Scarcity mentality. Is it holding you back? My name is Megan Smith, and I am on a journey of rediscovering who I am, finding more joy in my life, just trying to get out of the whole living day to day, surviving day to day, and actually putting effort into living my best life. And I've challenged myself to put a video out every day for the month of October as a way of just me sharing with the world things that I learned, things that I come to realize, in hopes that other people who are looking to improve their life, that maybe they'll find something that I learned or read or got from a course helpful as well, because I want people to have the best life possible. And something interesting happened today. I'm always, listening to some program or reading or whatever. Now today happens to be Sunday when this video is made, so I was listening to a sermon on the radio, and the pastor was talking about how Christians shouldn't be hoarders and how we should be willing to, give and share with other people and not keep everything for ourselves. And that really spoke to me as someone who collects things and keeps things. I don't mind sharing, but I also am afraid to give stuff up. I don't really want to give stuff up even when it no longer serves me. I tend to keep things for way longer, stuffed in a box, stuffed in a closet, whatever the case may be, when in fact, if I just gave it away, it would be of use to somebody instead of shoved in my closet. So that kind of spoke to me on a personal level, but it also made me think about the idea of scarcity mentality. Now, for those of you who've never heard of that term before, you don't know what that means. In a nutshell, it means that you're always working from a place of lack. You think that you're never going to have enough, you're never going to get enough, so you don't want to give everything. You're very protective of what you have and what you own because you're afraid that if you were to lose it or someone else were to take it from you, that you would never get a replacement for it. That's kind of my definition and understanding of scarcity mentality. And that is something that I grew up with, even though I didn't have a name for the term. It was something that was kind of instilled in me from a child of, eat it all now because you never know when you're going to get it again. Or, oh, you don't want to do that because you might not get it back. Or, just always kind of keeping things safe for the future type of a thing. And there is a balance. Obviously we need to prepare for the future. We don't want to live every day as if it's, nothing bad is going to happen. You want to have a rainy day fund. You want to have an emergency fund. You want to prepare for things that could happen in the future, and not be frivolous with what you have. But there is also the extreme to where you just are very guarded. I'm very guarded, and I don't always want to share. I don't always want to give things up. I feel like I need to keep what I have because it's all I'm going to get. It's a very limited amount, and that really is just not the case. We need to change our mindset to an abundance mentality. And like I said, you can do a balance of being, proactive in looking towards the future. But, we don't need to hoard everything. We don't need to act as if what we have, we need to hold on to so tightly because we're never going to get anything better. I think that's also another level of scarcity mentality, is the thought that we're at the level that we're at is so great. We don't want to do anything to disturb that for fear that we'll fall back to a different level, or lose out on what we have, and not achieve what we want. And so what I encourage you is to look around in your life of places where you see, maybe in your work, maybe in your household, maybe you are a collector like I do, and you just keep things way longer than they serve you. They've long since fulfilled their purpose, and they're collecting dust, and maybe you've moved on from that item. And you could serve somebody else. You could help somebody else. We are here to help one another and to be support and a community for one another. That is what I am trying to create with these videos. Again, looking for somebody that this resonates with. If these videos are not yours, you probably haven't made it this long into the video. And I encourage you to go find one that does resonate with you if this doesn't talk to you. But for those out there that are like me, and you're just afraid to move on, you're afraid to let go of what you've got because you're not sure what's coming in the future. You're afraid that it'll be less than what you have today. I encourage you to really look within yourself and realize that everything is open to you. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean there's not going to be trials in the process. We do have to go through periods of growth and learning, and we're only going to be able to have what we are, emotionally, mentally able to say we deserve. So, put in your mind that, the world is your oyster, and think of it in abundance, and that you can have anything, that, when you need it, things are going to be made available to you. Now, with my faith, I've never really been lacking in what I need. Now, I don't always get what I want, but as far as when I need something, it has always been provided for me because I'm out looking for it. And I have faith that God will sustain me and get me through things. And now it's not always the picture that I want. It's not always in the way that I want. And it's not always necessarily exactly what it is that I want. But I've never been lacking in care and the basics. And I know that's not always the case with everybody. Everyone has their own challenges they're going through. So you take that from the position that you were in, and look around in your life and think abundantly. Think of, a way that you can serve the community around you, and we will all lift up together in serving. Again, it's just my thought for today. Just the whole idea of not hoarding things and keeping things in. And it's actually one of the reasons that drove me to make these videos. I felt like I was hoarding information. I had, read these books and taken these courses and talked to people, had coaches that explained things to me that were like aha moments that brought clarity into my life and helped me realize that there is a better way than the way I've been doing things. And I wasn't sharing that with anybody. I thought, oh, that's kind of silly. Nobody else is going to get this. Nobody understands the way that I think. I'm kind of an outlier. And that is just not true. And the more I work with coaches and the more I work with mentors and start doing my own coaching, working with the strengths, as you heard me talk in other videos. If you want to know about Clifton Strengths, comment strengths on this video and I'll tell you about it. But is that we are all unique. We all have our own personalities. We all have the things that make us special. But at the same time, we are more alike than we are not. Our desires, the things that we want, we may always want it the exact same way, but we have the same, desire to be around people and to want to have community. Now, that doesn't mean that we want people all the time. I myself need some alone time to recover from big activities, but when we work together, we are stronger and we are better. And instead of looking at our differences, we, can look at what brings us together. And that usually comes with serving others and helping each other. So that's just, again, that's an abundance mentality, is be free to give your love, your time, your energy to other people, and even sometimes the physical things that you have, share with other people. And that is what brings light into this world, and that is what helps build people up, and you become part of a stronger community, and you're not so isolated, and you're not always in fear of losing what you have. Just knowing that there's always going to be a way to get more. I hope this video resonates with you. I hope it has made a difference in your day. If you have any questions or you want to talk more about what this is, feel free to comment me. I'll be happy to respond. Until I see you in the next video, take care, be well, be you.